In this video, let's see the remaining 5 phylum of non-chordata or invertebrates. So, the sixth phylum is phylum Annelida. The name means little rings. So, the entire body will be segmented just like earthworm. Best example for this phylum is earthworm. You can see the entire body is segmented and each segment looks like a ring attached together, and hence the phylum got its name Annelida. They are aquatic, terrestrial, and they are free living. Here the basic organizations, the body organization is organ system level. The organs combine together to perform some common function just like digestion, respiration. So it is organ system level. It is bilateral symmetry. So when you cut through one plane, you will get a 2 equal half. Any other plane, the equal halves will not be achieved. Triploblastic, 3 layers in the embryonic development: ectoderm, mesodome, endodome. Metamerically segmented, the segment arrangement just like in earthworm, and they are coelomate. They have coelom in their embryonic cell. Then they have longitudinal and circular muscle which will aid in the body movement. You can see earthworm movement, so it is done by the muscle. And in the case of aquatic organisms like Nereis, there is a special structure called parapodia which will help in the swimming. And circulatory system is closed, that is the blood flow will take place through vessels, primitive vessels. It's not the advanced kind of vessel just like in mammals. It is a primitive vessel. So since the blood is flowing inside the vessel, the circulatory system is closed. And there is a special structure called nephridia. You can see in the segments, it will look like this. It actually helps in osmoregulation, that is to maintain the cellular balance and excretion. It will filter the waste product from the blood and it will send the waste out of the body. The nervous system consists of a pair of ganglion attached to a central nerve cord. The pair of ganglion and nerve cord together comprises the nervous system. So it can respond to the stimuli, and they may be either dioecious or monoecious. So this term you are coming across for the first time. So dioecious, it is separate, both male and female in separate male and female are found as separate organisms. Monoecious is the other word for hermaphrodite. Earthworm, both male and female are found in the same, just like leech. Actually, you all know the leech are blood suckers. So once it is attached to the body, it continuously sucks blood out of the body. When it enters the body, its saliva releases a protein called hirudin into our blood, which will prevent the blood clot. It will prevent blood clot. Blood clot, and which will enhance the continuous flow of blood into the leech digestive system. So the next phylum is phylum Arthropoda. Arthro means joint, poda means appendages. So appendages are external structures that is coming from inside the body and it will extend up to the outside, just like mouth, antenna, like that. They are all jointed. They have joints here and there. So since they have so many jointed appendages, this phylum got the name Arthropoda, and it includes 80% of the entire species in the world, and it comprises of all the insects, and it is the biggest phylum, and it is the largest or biggest phylum. So the basic things, it has organ system level, bilateral symmetry will be there, triploblastic, the entire body is segmented, joints will be there, and they have coelom, hence they are coelomate. Actually, the body is surrounded by an exoskeleton. Exoskeleton means the skeleton found outside the body and it is clearly visible. So it is exoskeleton, which is made up composed of chitin. So the peculiar thing here is the body is covered by an exoskeleton composed of chitin. The body is divided into head, thorax, abdomen regions. So respiration takes place through gills, book lungs, tracheal system. So what about this book gills, book lungs means it will look like this stack of books, and hence it got the name book gills and book lungs. Well, what is this tracheal system? So the body, it has so many pores on the surface of the body. Through the gaseous exchange will take place. So the gas will enter in through these pores, and this form of respiration is known as tracheal system. And circulatory system, it is open, it doesn't have vessels, and blood will not travel throughout the body in vessels, so it is open circulatory system. It has sensory organ, that is eye, and there are special cells called statocysts which help in balancing. So they are the balancing organs of this phylum. Excretion takes place through Malpighian tubules. It is a structure of Malpighian tubule. It will look like an yellowish thread-like structure. It will absorb the waste from the blood and convert it into uric acid and eject it out through anus. So they are dioecious. Male and female are separate organisms. Fertilization is internal. Fusion of male and female gamete will take place inside the body. Oviparous means they will lay eggs. From the eggs only the young ones will come out. Development is either direct. It will look, the organism will resemble the parent, or indirect. It will undergo a series of stages like larva, pupa, adult. So it is indirect. Each phase will look different when compared to the parent one. Example is honeybee, silkworm, prawn, mosquito, and they have a blue blood. The blood is blue because of the presence of this pigment hemocyanin. Our blood is red because of hemoglobin. The insect's blood is blue because of the presence of this pigment, that is hemocyanin. So next phylum is phylum Mollusca. It is the second largest phylum, the first being Arthropoda. This is the second largest phylum. It includes many terrestrial and aquatic organisms. The basic things: organ system, bilateral symmetry will be there, it is diploblastic and coelomate. Here the body is surrounded by a calcareous shell. Immediately you should keep in mind the pearl oyster is an example for this. The body here is surrounded by a calcareous shell, and it has distinct head, muscular foot, snail. When you lift a snail at the back, if you see, you can see that muscle, that is the muscular foot with which it will glide on the surface. And next is a visceral hump. So over this visceral hump there will be a spongy layer of skin called mantle. So over the visceral hump there will be a spongy layer of skin, that is mantle. In between this visceral hump and the spongy layer of skin there will be mantle cavity. So why it is there we will see now. And respiration takes place through feather-like gills. So the gills will look like this. It will take the oxygen. And the specialty of this feather-like gills is it can also perform the excretory function. From the blood it will collect the waste and leave it into this mantle cavity, from which it is thrown out of the body. So the waste from the blood gets collected here before ejection. So in snail you can see two tentacles. So the sensory tentacles, head will be there on the head. The sensory tentacles will be present on the head. In the mouth, radula will be present. So what is this radula? It is actually a feeding organ. It has minute tooth which help in the cutting of food. So radula is a feeding organ present in the mouth of this phylum. They are dioecious, that is they have separate male and female organism. Oviparous, again it will lay egg. Indirect development, that it will undergo series of phases: larva, pupa, adult. That phases will be there, and the young ones will look entirely different from that of a parent. Example: squid, octopus and pearl oyster. Two things let's see here. First one is pearl oyster. So how the pearl is actually formed? It is actually a defense mechanism. when some external element is entering inside the pearl, actually a dust you can keep. So what this organism will do, it will make it to adhere to the mantle. So the external particle will get adhere to the mantle, and for throwing out, it will secrete, the organism will secrete concentric layers of nacre. It is composed of calcium carbonate and conchiolin. So this is what we call it as pearl. So after completion of the layer, it will be detached, and what we take out as pearl. It is actually a mechanism to remove the external dust or other particle that entered inside the oyster. And since we have this word octopus, actually octopus, if you see an octopus, so when it is threatened, you might have seen in Discovery Channel or anything, it will leave a black color ink to the surface. It is because of this organ. So inside the octopus there will be an ink gland which is present inside the ink sac. Whenever it is threatened, it will liberate the ink into the water. That will confuse the enemy. In that gap it will escape from the enemy. So these are some interesting facts regarding these organisms. So the next phylum is phylum Echinodermata. Example for this phylum is a starfish, sea urchin, sea cucumber. The speciality of this is endoskeleton made up of calcareous ossicles. So in the starfish you can see some structures like this. So in its fin, so that is actually the ossicles. It is made up of calcium carbonate. It is found to be embedded in the body wall. It will aid in giving a skeleton support to the structure, body structure. It will give support to the structure. So the main feature of this phylum is endoskeleton made up of calcareous ossicles. So in starfish you can see it clearly. So they are all marine basic things, organ system level, radial symmetry, but the larval phase will have a bilateral symmetry. Bilateral means only one plane you can get a 2 equal half. Radial symmetry, wherever you cut you will get a 2 equal half. And triploblastic, ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, coelom will be present, so it is coelomate. And here the digestive system is complete because it will have mouth and anus. Mouth will be on the ventral side and anus will be on the upper side, dorsal side. Mouth will be at the bottom of the starfish. And here the main characteristic feature of this phylum is the water vascular system. So what is this water vascular system? It operates by hydraulic pressure. It operates by hydraulic pressure. Because of this hydraulic pressure, the organisms can do movement, that is locomotion. It also helps in capture and transport of food, and it also helps in respiration. So it is an important system which operates on hydraulic pressure, and it will help in locomotion, capturing and transport of prey and respiration. So true excretory system will not be there. Like waste materials will be eliminated out through the skin. I am talking about that the kidney is liberating urine. So that system will not be there. But the food waste will be taken out through this anus. So the blood waste will be diffused out through the skin, or else it will be performed by this tube feet. So a water vascular system, when you take, it will look like this. So throughout the body the structure will be there. I have drawn only two. So throughout the body the structure will be there. So this is actually tube feet. It also aids in disposal of this excretory waste, and it is laid on radial canal. So we don't have to go in depth for that. So now let's see only the important things. So digestive system is complete as it has separate mouth and anus. Water vascular system will be present, which operates on hydraulic pressure, and it will help in locomotion, capturing and transport of food, respiration. And true excretory system will not be there, and the excretion will take place by diffusion through skin. The sexes are again separate. Male and female will be separate. Fertilization, sperm and egg will be liberated out in water where the fertilization will take place. So it is external. It is taking place outside the body. The fusion of gametes takes place outside the body. Hence it is external. The development is indirect. So the young one will not resemble like the parent. So the next one is phylum hemichordata. Actually, it was first placed under chordata, considering this as a notochord. But later, after some research, it was found that it is not a true notochord. It is a forerunner of notochord, and hence it is considered as a separate phylum or advanced phylum in invertebrata. So this is the structure of Balanoglossus. So it has a proboscis which acts as an excretory organ. So this is the collar and this is the trunk region. So it is a worm-like marine animal. Basic things, organ system, bilateral symmetry will be there, triploblastic coelomates. So if you see, these are almost same. So evolution, that the table we will see in the end. So, and the collar has a structure that resembles like notochord. So in the embryo of chordata, if you see a backbone like structure will be there. Actually it will develop into the brain and spine. Based on the presence of this notochord only, we have invertebrates and vertebrates. Invertebrates will lack this notochord and vertebrates will have this notochord. But here in this hemichordata, a notochord like structure will be present in the column. The circulation is open. It doesn't have vessels. Respiration takes place through gills and excretion is taking place by this proboscis gland. It will filter the waste from the blood and it will eliminate it out. Then the fertilization is external. Male and female gametes released out in water where the fusion will take place, and the development is indirect. So far what we have seen, it's the phylum belonging to non-chordata or invertebrata.